it's been like a hot second since I just like sat down and made an NCT video. Was the inspiration for this kind of that I just got my car NCT tested? Possibly. And if you're a subscriber of mine, you know that I just like to do my makeup while I talk about K-pop because I feel like it just adds a better flow to the thing and it just makes me feel like I'm doing more than just being like, hi, I'm Blue. Do you know K-pop too? But anyway, if you like K-pop and want to see more videos like this, you might as well give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on that little bell notification. It's just a fun time. And if there's any videos that you want me to make in the future, just comment that down below, okay? Let's get into this. I have an array of like 4 different palettes. The first one I'm going to be using is this MUA palette. Yep. So I'm gonna start off with just like I feel like it's just like my life fatal flaw, like a serious problem that I have, which is that I'm ridiculously positive. I just like to see the positive things in everything. And that makes me a little bit naive. Like, no, actually not a little bit, incredibly naive. And so I do tend to be the person to just be like, oh, it's grand. It's all gonna work out in the end. That mixed with the ridiculously Irish mentality of like, oh, you know what? It's grand, everything is fine, nothing's going wrong, everything will work out in the end. Oh, the world's burning! Oh, it's gonna work out in the end, it's okay. But even myself, with my sometimes ridiculous positivity, I've gotten quite worried about NCT on numerous occasions. A lot of people call NCT's concept a flop, even though they haven't exactly flopped, which doesn't really make sense, but a lot of people do call NCT's concept like a flop, you know? They just kind of make fun of NCT and call them flops. Oh my god, you called NCT flops and then got surprised and then citizens got mad? Oh my god. Oh my god. But no, it is a quality concept. And what I thought when I first got into NCT, what I really thought was like the most quality part of this concept was like, oh, they wouldn't have to be overworked. I really did think, I was like, oh my god, no, they wouldn't actually have to be overworked because, like, why would they overwork them? You know, if you've got an array of artists to choose from the same group to promote, why would you overwork them? Like, do you get me? I'd like to say, boy, was I wrong. Oh my goodness, boy, was I wrong. But you see, not all of them are overworked. Some of them are highly overworked, and then some of them are just sitting there twiddling their thumbs being like, SM, do you like mind if I like participate in a comeback? Do you mind if my unit like gets a comeback? Or like, is that a no? It is a little bit barbaric as well that we like get so excited when like they interact with each other or like mention each other. We shouldn't get excited over that. But we do. So I just want to put in this little like tidbit here about the yearbook situation. This whole concept of like every year that NCT would bring out a new yearbook. Oh, such a good idea. So all the members of all the different units get together and make this one little album. Oh my god. Yes, that's such a good idea to like bring them all together for the year. Maybe there was a little bit of miscommunication because we were under the impression that it was going to be happening yearly. And since the first NCT, you know, yearbook happened at like the start of the year, I think we were expecting another start of the year, but that was a no. Now, I'm getting this like overwhelming feeling. I've been getting this like overwhelming feeling recently that with the whole yearbook thing, they might actually pull a like NCT China now wavy kind of thing where it's like they told us it was gonna be summer and then it didn't happen until like New Year's Eve. Like, I like wouldn't be surprised if they like announced a new yearbook on New Year's Eve and it was like NCT 2020. Because then they wouldn't actually be lying. They'd be giving it to us in the next year. It was just at like the very last day of the year. But I'm just getting like currently this overwhelming feeling that that is what's going to happen. It's just, it's such an SM thing. I feel like SM don't necessarily like lie, but they don't necessarily always tell the truth. But like also like the Empathy album is actually one of my favorite NCT albums. Like it's such a high quality album, both physical and like just like the context of it. You see, it's frustrating. It's frustrating because I want SM to listen to what we want rather than tell us what we want, because I feel like SM are just gonna be like, this is what they want, we're gonna give them this. This is what they want. This is what they desire. And we're saying, no. this is what we want. It's making us look really ungrateful and as if we don't like some units because we're like, okay, we get it. We're getting another NCT 127 comeback. Another NCT 127 comeback. Oh my god, I'm so grateful. But, Dream? Or like, you? No? Or like maybe like an NCT 127 comeback with Win-Win? I don't know. The comebacks, in my opinion, are not really like evenly distributed, which is like really unfortunate. I feel like NCT U has honestly just been kicked to the wayside. It's kind of like, well, it was a thing. Is it a thing anymore? Kind of not, but like it's still a thing, but like kind of not. It could be so varied and it could be so thick and it could be so interesting. It could be so diverse. But now, I just don't. I feel like evidence shows that there is a high interest in NCT Dream, yet their comebacks came like a year apart. Like it was honestly a year. They keep on giving them like summer comebacks. And that would be okay if the members of NCT Dream were like participating in like loads of other comebacks. And I know that Haechan he was in like NCT 127 comebacks and he was obviously getting better from an injury, that kind of thing. But it was like, you definitely could have done more with that. And especially because like what is actually going to happen to NCT Dream next year? They're gonna have to add new members if they want NCT Dream to be a thing next year. Because 4 members are going to be leaving. And then also, what's actually going to happen to those 4 members? Prediction could be that Renjun would obviously join Wei V because he's Chinese and he would join the China unit. Obviously, that would be the prediction. And then Haechan is in NCT 127, so, you know, he will be drowned in comebacks and drowned in, you know, promotions in America. But then there's also Jeno, who's only in NCT Dream, and then there's also Jaemin, and he's only in NCT Dream. So what's going to happen to them? What are you gonna do with them? What's the plan here, SM? Because I believe that SM do have a plan, but since we're constantly left in the dark, we're constantly so confused. Oh, I mean, NCT Dream is my personal favorite unit, and I'm kind of looking forward to maybe in 3 years, there could be a new unit with all the original members together. Again, please. I mean, come on. Mark cries for nothing. Mark literally cries for no bitch, but he cried for NCT Dream. The uneven distribution is kind of putting N-Citizens against other N-Citizens, which like makes no sense. It's like when you're in the K-pop world, some things just stop surprising you. Like, oh my god, look, Toxic Armies and Toxic Blinks are fighting again. Oh my god, I'm so not surprised. Oh my god, look, N-Citizens are fighting with other N-Citizens. Oh my god, I'm so not surprised. Because it's kind of hard to say, oh my god, I'm so happy that NCT 127 are getting another comeback, but can Dream get a comeback too? Can like you get a comeback too? Without sounding like you're bashing NCT 127. It's really hard to get that balance. My friends were in London at the same time as I just got that in my eye. My friends were in London at the same time as the NCT 127 concert was happening. And they actually ran into some N-Citizens. They weren't going to the concert, like, they were just there for themselves. Like, they don't like K-pop, they just respect me, I think. And they also gave me a little promo. Some N-Citizens asked them to take a picture of them, and they were like, do you know this flop K-pop YouTuber, Blue Cordial? But, okay, what was I saying? Oh, I was saying this because, anyway, the N-Citizens, she was like, they were all had green hair. Loads of them had green hair. And I was like, dang. We N-Citizens show... Why did I lisp there? We N-Citizens show appreciation in a weird way. I also would love for people who don't listen to NCT to stop kind of like generalizing their music as like thoughty music. People who don't like NCT, they see NCT 127 as like thought music and like real club music when like it's clear that they've never listened to a single B-side. Like, wow, your ignorance is really showing there, sweetie. And then they think that NCT Dream do nothing else other than bubblegum. Also, I really dislike that if you like NCT Dream and if they are your favorite unit of NCT, that you're labeled like a pedophile by people who don't know shit. Because yes, it is biologically impossible to enjoy music and to listen to somebody. It is impossible to enjoy music without being physically attracted to the people, yes. I kind of just want to ask SM, like, why is NCTU even there? Like, why is it even a unit still? Honestly, if you're not going to use it, why is it a unit? I believe I've said this before, but my overall dream for NCT is that they get their own, like, small company connected to SM, because obviously SM are never going to give up on anything. Like, everything that SM owns, they like to keep somehow. So I'm perfectly aware that SM are never going to give up NCT. They're putting way too much time and effort and money into NCT for them to ever give up on them. I kind of have a feeling, like, NCT might never disband. They're putting way too much money into them. But I think that if they had their own, like, subsidiary company, is that how you say it? If they had their own company connected to SM, and it was just basically all the NCT members, like, you could be trained in SM, but then when you're going to debut as an NCT member, you're just, like, kind of transferred over there. I think that their own company could really, really, really help things run a lot smoother. Looky, it's the lashes I accidentally spent €20 on. Another thing that I'd kind of like, not really like, it's not like I'd like it. I don't want to say that I'd like this, but it's just frustrating at this point. So, like, something that my heart desires is that if Win is no longer a member of NCT 127, just tell us. Like, just tell us. Like, we're just tired at this stage. I don't think we'd be upset, but at the same time, I think I'd just be so exhausted. I'd just be kind of like, okay. You know, and kind of like take it. Because if they wanted Win in NCT 127, he'd be in NCT 127. They can clearly do whatever they want with them because Mark 10 and Taeyong are now in Super M. No, you're temporarily taking 10 out of Wavy to put him in Super M. So clearly you're able to do whatever you want with them whenever you want. So if Win is no longer a member of NCT 127, just tell us. Like, there was no problem with Mark being in NCT Dream and NCT 127 and NCTU, and there was no problem with Haechan being in NCT Dream and NCT 127. I don't know why there's this problem with Win being in NCT 127 and Wavy. Like, it's so confusing. And if Win is still in NCT 127, can the members, like, just, like, talk about him for a second? Like, we've seen Wavy at the SM building. Like, they are part of SM, but, like, currently it doesn't always feel like it. Taeyong seems to be the only one with big enough balls to say it. Taeyong knows they're not gonna touch him. Taeyong knows that. Like, Taeyong knows I'm untouchable. Taeyong just knows he's untouchable. Taeyong knows that SM kind of, like, need him. Like, fans shouldn't get so excited to hear members talking about their own members. Oh no. SM is just like that parent who just can't hide who their favorite is. Like, you know, that parent who just, like my dad. Like, my dad's favorite is my brother. That's just so obvious. If you knew my dad, you, like, know his favorite is my brother. Stick it in there. Oh, stick it in there. Stick it in there. SM just have this, like, obsession with having an international group. That is just so frustrating. The only one that, like, my mascara goes on fine on the top, but when it's on the bottom, it's always, like, so super clumpy. I'm gonna finish up with some highlight and some lippy. I also need NCT to come back to London in a time that isn't summer when I'm working. No idea how frustrating it was that was actually my day off, but that I didn't have Monday off as well, so I couldn't go to the concert. So frustrating. I think I'm just gonna do, like, a clear sparkly look because green is so, like, ugh, that it's kind of hard to put something together with green, so I'm just gonna use this, like, pink sparkly stuff. Can you tell who my bias is? And citizens complain, but when it comes down to it, we spend money sometimes like it is paper. So that is it for this video. If you've made it this far, congratulations, you got a good attention span. Comment down below anything that you would like for NCT, what your hopes and wishes and dreams are for NCT, maybe what your favorite NCT unit is, favorite NCT song. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to turn on post notifications. Remember, you say genius, I think Min Yoongi. All my socials will be linked down below, and I will see you when I see you. Okay, bye!